Live with Dildo Faggins. Yes, sir. I was gonna fucking share this, but I don't even fucking care. Sharing is caring. Well, there's the whole care part I'm having trouble with. Turd Birdman. Birdling the turds. Burgling the turds. Burgling the turds. Burgling the turds. Oh, there'll be more to come of that. Yo, what's up? It's the Squeegee Life Podcast. We're here.
What's up, boys?
We're doing
We're
it.
Here.
We're doing it.
Mark is definitely queer.
We're doing it.
Mark is what?
Huh?
What?
Mark is handsome and a fine gentleman.
Yeah.
I don't think that's what I heard.
That's what he said.
That's 100% what I said.
That's 100% what he said, dude.
Going bad in your old age.
Yeah. That's exactly what he said, though. I was listening to him when he said it.
I was like, what a fine gentleman, Mark.
What a fine gentleman, Mark Tanner.
No.
Gentleman.
Handsome.
Buzz,
Handsome, fucking, the whole thing. You know what I mean? All of it. Handsome, smart, talented. All of the things, you are them.
Well-versed.
Well-versed.
He's like the Ben Franklin of window cleaning.
Yeah, you're like the
And
Betsy Ross. You're like the Betsy Ross of window cleaning towels. You know what I mean?
Betsy Ross.
You know what I'm saying? Like the same thing, essentially. You know what I mean? You're there, dude. I won't allow anyone to disrespect you like that, and not give you the.
They can say whatever they want.
Give you the just ado,
good.
the ado that you deserve. You know what I mean?
It's all good.
I'm the Kamala Harris of this. I sucked a dick to get where I am, so. So what's up, boys?
Oh, just freaking staying steady, man.
Yeah.
It's good.
Staying steady.
Yeah. Same here. I'm doing the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's good.
It's good.
Yeah.
We got all of the enthusiasms for this one. We have them all. If there was enthusiasms to be had, we have those enthusiasms.
I'm here for the enthusiasm.
Yeah, dude, it's important. It's important to be enthusiastic. It's important to be. I thought it was wonderful, actually, to be quite honest with you. I'm gonna post these links on all of the social medias.
Way to do it.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. Something happened on someone's end. They can't watch.
Oh, really? Oh, that sucks, man. Get a new computer, you piece of shit. Pay your cell phone bill, you fucking scumbag.
Welcome to
Hey, what's up, Jason Lehman? You sexy son bitch, you. You
all
sexy
right.
son
Usually pop
bitch,
back.
you.
Why is TJ's camera across the house?
Who said that?
Did you move that up? Because it's definitely a different vantage point than it used to be. It's like
Philip Isham?
I don't know
Isham?
why it's like that.
Isham?
My bad. I don't know. I keep talking about putting it, changing it, putting it back the way that it was. I just, I don't want to. You know what I mean? I just was thinking about it, and, I was like, you know what? Forget it. I'm not going to do it.
It's not a bad thing. I mean, it just
It shows more of my jowls. You know what I mean? Like you get a downward view of my jowls. You know what I mean? So it's not flattering, but I'm chubby. You know what I mean? I'm working on the chubby thing. It's it's a slow process.
Takes time, brother.
Did you see Tim's come out with a Frank Rave T-shirt? How creative and original an idea that is, man.
I know, it's like almost like someone else thought of it.
It's almost like somebody was like, you know what, April 1st, put out a Frank Rave T-shirt. Oh, the day before, there's one just like it. Huh, that's weird. Strange.
There's like a whole underground of window cleaning I don't pay attention to.
Well, you know what? I don't pay attention to it either, but I just happen to I happen to follow the Outlaw Window Cleaner page, sir.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm a follower. Yeah. I'm a follower, and I just happen to run across that. But whatever.
Yeah,
it's all
pretty
good.
Bizarre.
It's all good. I ain't tripping, man. I mean, it's funny, but I'm not tripping. I might buy one. Maybe. I don't know. Might buy me one of them there things.
You can't understand what it says though, right? Because it's in the Dutch.
Oh, it is in the. I just seen that. It's in the Glaschen washing. Well, that's cool. Well, our Frank Rave shirt's Major League Pimpin'. That's why we did it. Good friends over at fucking These Balls in Your Mouth designed that for me, and it worked out good. I think. What do you guys think? These Nuts in Your Mouth worked pretty good, didn't they?
I think so.
I mean,
I think it did.
I think it worked out great. I mean, we couldn't ask for more.
Yeah.
What are we drinking tonight, Seth? What are you drinking there, Sethford Byers? The High Life, the champagne of beers he is drinking, sir.
Goddamn right. Grandpa's favorite?
It's coming out of the winter budget. Huh?
Yeah,
Goddamn right, man. $6.99 for a six-pack.
Oh, you gotta love you some Mark Tanner.
You guys want to do a whole episode on gas prices tonight?
Do you want to do a whole episode on that? We could do. Let's just let's bitch about like old dude shit, like the price of gas, how milk's really high, how am I gonna mow my lawn this year? All of those things. You need to add
at least $25 to every bid you do now, because God forbid.
Yeah. Well, in my case, I need to double whatever I do, because it takes me 2 days to do shit now. I started a construction clean.
Beetlejuice over here cleaning out tracks. Like
right. Well, I was bragging to Seth yesterday. I'm like, yo, man, I got this I bid it $200 over. This fucking guy's a sucker, man.
And he did it.
And I went over. He bid on the price. He's like, I'll take it. I'm like, oh, great. So I get there, peel the plastic off. Of course, it's a fucking nightmare, because little did I know that it's been on there for 16 months. That blue shit, the really nice blue stuff.
He knew. There's no contractor that doesn't try to pull that shit off themselves.
Oh, bro, it's the worst. You know what I mean? So, I figured I charged accordingly. I charged, double, almost, double than what I would normally charge. You know what I mean? Because, or $200 more, I should say. What I would normally charge. The bid was going to be high anyways, because it's a big house. You know what I mean? And I know that shit's kind of a pain in the ass to get off. Hey, how you doing, Peter?
It doesn't stick, I mean.
Huh?
It's not bad if it doesn't stick. We did a hotel that it literally came off, and you just
well, there's a couple of windows. There's a couple of windows on the one side of the house where it just like one finger pull, whoop, right off. And then the side in the sun was fucking like, I had to get a fucking rock hammer and a chisel to get that shit off of there.
Yeah.
I thought about just breaking the fucking windows out. You know what I mean? I was at that point today. You know what I mean? So what I thought was going to take me 5-6 hours to do ended up taking me about 13 hours it took me to do that.
I did one about 2 years ago. It's Palm Beach.
You made money, but still.
And contractor called me, and he goes, I know you don't do the construction clean. It's a glass install company.
I'm never doing another one.
Yeah, well, he said, the people we bring in usually do the construction cleaning can't get it off. Yeah. And I'm like, how long has it been on? He's like a year and a half,
Oh,
and its face is direct sunlight all day. And I'm
yeah.
like, all right. So I started working on it, and it was fighting back. And then I ran into a sign guy, right? A guy that puts vinyl signs up, and he goes, "Hey, you struggling with that?" I'm like, "Yeah, nothing I'm throwing at it is working. I try oil flow, everything in the
Mm.
arsenal, you know." And he goes, "Here's what you need." And he gave me a little bottle of that rapid remover. And I'm like, "Holy shit, where do I get this?" And I looked up online.
Huh?
It was like, it's $50 a gallon. It's not cheap,
Right.
but it makes short work of it. It helps a lot, you know.
Huh? Yeah,
It, it
I learned a lesson. You know what I mean? The lesson I learned is if I pull up in the driveway and there's plastic on the windows, I pull back out of the driveway. Lesson
yeah,
learned.
yeah.
That's what,
Especially if you've never done work for that contractor before.
Yeah,
I
first
have
time.
two that I work for, and they're cool, and that's it. Everybody else can go suck a
Well,
fat one.
this guy's
So,
kind of a cunt. You know what I mean?
mm-hmm.
I don't like the fact that I can
They're
hear
all
myself
cunts.
on your computer, but we're working on it.
Well, I mean, someday I'll be able to afford headphones.
Oh, Jesus Christ! I'll send you some. You fucking cunt.
Oh, I will.
Send me your address, you fucking whore bag. I'll buy you some. I got you. I got you, you fucking
Actually-
giant fucking twat.
Hold on, I might actually have.
Don't go and ruin the whole podcast by plugging shit in, Mark Tainer Jr.
My shit works every time.
Well,
It works so good that I don't even unplug it.
I don't know, but I will say this. I did, it's not. I don't mind the construction clean. I mean, once you've got a plan laid out, and it's not too much. The expectations are mapped out on what the customer wants you to do. It's really not terrible, but when you roll up on a job and you're like the very first 5 or 10 minutes you're there, red flags start popping up, just leave.
Yeah.
I'm
you're
gonna
right.
be honest with you, dude, because
doesn't get better.
yesterday
Yeah.
when I got there, that was my first instinct, is this is not what we discussed. You know what I mean? This isn't what we discussed, and it's not even the Blue Max. It was just the insides were inch and a half or so in the sills of dead bugs, spiders in a brand new custom built home. It's like they left the fucking doors open all summer. You know what I mean?
Care. Yep.
Didn't care. I mean, the tracks were full of shit, and I'm just like, dude, this is not what we discussed. I get there is not one window crank in the whole fucking house. They're on back order, this contractor tells me. Back order. So I can't even crank the windows out. You know what I mean? So I'm just like, you know what, dude? I'm just going to kind of do this. And then, whatever. My instinct was, of course, to walk away several times. But, you got to worry about your reputation.
Yeah, that's the worst thing to do.
That's the only thing. You got to worry about your reputation. You can't walk out on it. You got to, I mean, I learned a lesson. Even, how many years have I been cleaning windows now? And I'm still learning, don't be a dummy. At least once or twice a year, I'm like, fuck. You know what I mean? Again, you know what I mean? And it's when am I ever going to learn?
Nature of how things work.
Yeah,
Man.
you try to set
It's
yourself
part of
up.
life.
Yeah, you try to set yourself up for success, but every once in a while, there's a situation
the only
where you're
advice
screwed.
I have for you is this: if you're steady and you're happy, it's always easy to say, "I don't do those kind of jobs."
Yeah,
If you need the money, it's better than sitting home. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, some money in is better than no money in sometimes.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
Sometimes. Not always. But
yeah. I just, I even, not even once, not even so much that, Damien. I just, I just didn't want to show up and then leave. I you know what I mean? It's just that's all I could think about is I want to fucking this guy, you know what I mean? But then I'm like, and then this guy's got that over my fucking head, you know what I mean? And then the next guy's gonna come and be like, oh, this guy, huh. You know what I mean? Even though he probably would have been fighting for his life to get it done. You know what I mean? It's just fuck, man. They agreed to my price. I said I'd come and do it, and I don't want to be that guy to the homeowner. You know what I mean? Like, this contractor's gonna, this guy fucked up. You know what I mean? Because this could easily turn into something I'm doing on a monthly, like on a monthly basis in the summertime.
If you have a chance to get the house on a maintenance, that's a whole.
That's what I mean. You know what I mean? So it's kind of hard to, you know what I mean? And it's in an area.
You never know.
It's in an area that I don't have any houses at currently. It's a newer subdivision. I'm doing the one next to it. It's like where this is located. It's like little fingers that run off into the lake, and then it's a little neighborhood, and then each house has a dock behind it, type of thing. You know what I mean? These are summer people. You know what I mean? And I don't want to be the guy that walked off the job in that area. I want to be the guy that you call to come. You know what I mean? But it's just.
Yeah.
I'm just I'm not, you know what I mean? I'm a oops, I forgot to bid that kind of thing. If I see anything like that again, I just can't. I mean, it's just too much, man. And it's it's always a situation on those construction cleans. It's always a shit show. It's never what they say it's going to be when you get there.
9 times out of 10, it doesn't go easier than you thought it would.
Exactly. 9.99%.
I feel like it all depends on the contractor you decide to work.
You can ask Seth. Seth fucking knows how confident I was yesterday about how I'm gonna wave my wand and fucking be out of this bitch.
He's like, I'll call you back in a couple hours.
Yeah.
It went bad.
Yeah, it went bad. Things went bad, bro. Things went real bad.
I had a feeling.
Yeah,
it's always tough, dude.
It's just shit.
You just don't hit
happens.
home runs every day. It's just the wave. So many guys are like, "Oh, you can do this much." I'm like, "You can, but you can also do this little and be fucking pissed off and go home." You know what I mean? Like, you have those days.
Well, TJ, if it took 4 other accounts, maintenance accounts, 5 of them to equal the paycheck you got from that one, wouldn't rather just go do those 5?
Oh, I definitely would rather go do those 5. You know what I mean? Definitely. That's why, like I said, that situation's going to end up where, I'm going to see something like that, and I'm just going to pass it on to the guy that just started his company a couple years ago that really, really wants that shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
We've all done it.
Yeah.
We've all done it.
I just,
instead of making...
Go ahead, Seth.
Instead of making like $100 an hour, you at least made $50 an hour. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, but I don't like to do that. I don't like that. It's nice in March,
neither, dude.
But again, I think it'll lead to something else. You know what I mean? I'm just never working for that contractor again. The guy's a fucking nut. He's a fucking Fruit Loop. Yeah, he's a fucking Fruit Loop. This guy. So, and the painters, the drywall guys, the fucking, the guys that were the tile guys, the cabinet guys, they all said the same thing. You know what I mean? Oh, are you working for this guy now? And I'm like, the homeowner found me and referred me to him, and then he called me. You know what I mean? The homeowner found me. He reached out to me initially, and he's like, "Hey, I'm gonna have my contractor reach out to you," which was kind of at first I was like, "Ugh," this must not be very cool.
Or you can look at it like those guys that said that to you probably saw another window cleaner leaving. Because if they said, "Are you working for him now?" They know someone else was.
Yeah. So they all didn't have good things to say.
Yeah.
Yeah. They all, and they were like, the one guy, the painters were actually probably the best painters I've ever run across. They weren't drunk or fucked up or, on drugs or snorting coke or none of that shit. They were just like regular dudes. Yeah, it's very impressive for painters. And they were like, "Yeah, we're not coming back. We're finishing this. We're gonna finish it." He's like, "As soon as I'm done painting this, and this," he goes, "We're out of here. We're never coming back. I'm not working for this guy ever again."
Now, do you think it was payment issues or he's just a Fruit Loop?
He's definitely a Fruit Loop, but I'm not sure about the pay yet. We'll find out about the pay. I mean, I'm not gonna.
Contractors are the worst.
Normally on something like that, I normally want, and I lay it out that way, like, I want paid when I'm done, because I don't play that shit, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And just, like, I sent him the invoice, he said he'd take care of it right away, he said, "Hey, I'll Venmo you if you got Venmo." I'm like, cool, I'll send him the invoice with my Venmo attached on it, nothing.
Well, give him, you just finished it today?
Yeah.
Yeah, give them 24 hours.
Oh,
48
yeah,
hours,
I'm not
then
tripping.
start
I'm not
calling.
tripping. You know, I'm not
The
tripping.
good thing is you have the homeowner's phone number too. You know what I mean?
Oh,
and
yeah.
that goes
Yeah.
a little bit of a
Yeah.
way.
Well, yeah, you can always call the homeowner and say, "Don't release him any of your money. He hasn't paid me. Are you happy?" Yeah, I'm happy. Well, you know,
Right.
I've been in that situation where they're like, "Well, don't worry about getting paid because contractors owed money, and we're not going to release his money until everybody is satisfied."
Right. Well, you know, again, things happen. Not a lot I could do about it. I guess we'll just see. I normally, like, when I'm finished, ooh, man, that's a raunchy one. Normally I'm really, really, really adamant about, you know, on new customers. Afterwards, if I do business with you once, you pay, like, you do what you say you're going to do. I do what I say what I'm going to do. You pay me like you say, you know, good. Next time, we'll do the honor system. But the first time, I want my money.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, so you know.
That's it. Well, I'm not going to be home. Well, you let me know which day you're going to be home, and I'll do them that day.
Yep.
That's just the way it is. On residentials, I don't play that shit.
Or you can Venmo me ahead of time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're not going to be there. I'll take your Venmo.
Right. Yeah. I just, you know, I'm not gonna do that stuff. I'm not doing it. It's never worth it. And then this is just case in point for never worth it.
Yeah.
Usually you get a pretty good read off of somebody too, and just like, you know, I mean, there's some people that you get a good read off of and it doesn't go well, but 9 times out of 10, like, you know,
yeah,
someone's up to some bullshit pretty fast.
What can you do?
It's par for the course, man.
Yeah, what can you do?
Live life.
Live life.
So what's up with you, Mark? Anything good?
No, I was out in Naples today. Did my Ferrari dealer, like squeezing everything in at the end of the month. So it's a long day because it's
Is
2.5 hours there.
Go, oh shit! I haven't got this done yet. I have to get all this shit done.
Well, everything's on the everything's on the calendar, and actually, Kate watches that Ferrari dealership for whatever reason. She's like, "Did you do Ferrari yet? Did you do Ferrari yet? Did you do Ferrari yet?" And I'm like,
so "That's why you did it."
Yeah, I always
does what he always does what he's told. Is what he was getting ready to say.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No, it's a mutual agreement.
Okay, Mark.
I'm sure 20 plus years of marriage will, you get motivated when certain things are told to be done.
You know how to pick your battles, and
correct.
It's not about winning; it's just about making it work.
It's not about winning.
I'm getting the evil eye right now.
There's no winning.
Hey, listen, if I spontaneously combust, she lit me. It wasn't a chemical reaction. So
you'll have some of that too. You'll have that on those big jobs, man.
Well, you know what's nice about the big jobs like that, like the Ferrari dealer. Now, I used to do it by myself, and it was like 2.5 hours there, 7 or 8 hours of working, and 2.5 hours home. And now I brought Scott, my son, and Mark, and we left late today. That was my fault. And then, but it's like 5 hours, 15 hours total. But now they're so used to us. They know what our drill is, how we start, how we finish, and we try not to be intrusive to where they're just pleasant and wave hello and thanks for coming. That makes it worth it right there. They're not babysitting us.
Right.
They know we don't do everything every time, but when we leave, it's going to look nice.
Right.
So I have a question for you. How did you get an account that far away?
Well, what happened was it's a company called New Country Motor Cars. So you know that big Mercedes dealer I showed you a picture of?
Yes.
So I do 2 Mercedes, Maserati, and a Ferrari dealer, all local here in West Palm.
Okay.
And then they called me from New York, where they're based out of, and said, "Hey, we've got opportunity for you in Naples. I know it's a ride, but we're already getting bombarded with bids, but we'd like to keep it under one umbrella because we know, you've been with us over 10 years." So I just said, absolutely. Let me go online and look at it, and then I'll go out there so I know what equipment. And, of course, looking at the place online is 10 times the size when you get there. Like I'm looking at windows going, that's probably 10 feet. Another one on top, that's a 3-footer. Nothing was exactly what I thought. But I had to look at it like this. There's some heavy hitters in Naples, and if I would have declined it, there's a good chance they would go, "Hey, we'll go to West Palm because you've got 5 car dealerships there." You know what I'm saying?
All right.
like I put a picture of it once, and someone from the West Coast goes, "Oh, that was supposed to be mine," and I'm like, "Why?" It was like I think on Into the Flow. He's like, "Oh, we worked on that thing. We were like an inch away from getting it," and I go, "Dude, I don't want to be an asshole, but you never
apple
had
juice.
It. That'll tear you up." But I'm like, you never had it. You never had it. The manager might have wanted you, but corporate hired me before that place opened. You know what I'm saying? So
Mark
it didn't
said
matter.
You
what
never had it.
Ain't getting it. But so if I had someone out that way that I could trust, but I'm kind of with the way things are.
Well, it's a Ferrari dealership. I mean, like, who are you really? You know, it'd be a very limited pool that I would trust.
You guys been getting like a strange amount of calls.
You know?
What's that?
You guys been getting a strange amount of calls.
Telephone?
Correct.
Yeah. No,
yeah,
I have.
It's been weird here.
Yeah, I've been getting like an insane amount of calls. Yeah, just let me too, Seth. Remember the gutter job? Remember the gutter job we talked about?
Did they accept it?
It's mine.
No, because dude, the candy cane is where it's at, dude.
Oh, I've already got. Yeah, I've got one. I have one.
Oh, you got one?
Yeah, I've had one for a while.
They're nice. They're nice to have. They only work in certain circumstances, but those
when they work, they're money. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've got a couple of HOAs like that, or single story elderly stuff. You know what I mean? You know, like elderly living communities. And I could just walk down the front, turn around, walk down the back. You know what I mean? Then I come back through, do a little inspection. You know what I mean? Whatever. You know what I mean? It's good to go.
Exactly. It's wonderful to get that, man.
GoPro, baby.
It's
GoPro on a pole, find a clog. You know what I mean?
You know what? That's actually a good move.
Yeah, I know. I try to make all the good moves. Sometimes it doesn't work. Sometimes it does.
Listen, you gotta try.
Did you send out that big bid that you got, Seth?
Yeah, I got accepted today.
Congratulations. Now how you gonna
Congratulations,
do it?
Seth.
I gotta call Alex.
Is it 3 stories?
Call Alex.
Hey, is it 3 stories? Because if it's 3 stories, I'll help you out with that. I got a water-fed pool.
It's 6.5 in certain spots, 6 in other spots. I just landed another nursing home today.
Water-fed pole in it, Mark. Mark's shaking his
head.
head.
Got screens. No, the job is easy. He's got screens that have to come off.
Mark. So the ones that have screens on them are sliding casements that pop out of the track, so I can do it from the inside. So the only water-fed pole I have to do is the bay window. 2 bay windows per unit. That's it. That's all I have to do.
So you're gonna.
So
they're tilting in.
So no, it's a bay window with 2 casements that slide and pop out of the tracks.
Oh, okay.
That have screens on them, so we have to do the inside on this job anyways.
Okay.
The other one, I have a phone call with them Monday night because she's like, it's an outside only bid. It's about a third of the price mark as the other one. But they accepted that bid. They're like, we only have 3 employees. I'm like, cool, send them out the day before and take as many screens off as you can.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, I'm like, I guarantee you that my employees cost more an hour than yours do, so just have your guys do it.
It was funny because Seth and I was talking about it on Friday, and then we were talking for a good half hour, and then Seth drops a shit bomb and starts. I happen to go, wait a minute, do they have screens? And you're like, yeah, and I'm like, oh fuck no. I go,
yeah,
that's
man,
the problem.
I gave him a ballpark guess, and I was $1,200 off from what they thought the bid was going to be.
Yeah,
and I was like, the only other guy I had to compete with on that job, though, to be honest with you, some guy came in at like double my cost on this job. I was like, ridiculous. And the other guy cleans the floors there and was going to take on this project that has over 12,000 windows. The guy who cleans the floors. He's like, yeah, I can do windows. I'm like, oh, okay, man. Like, I was like, I kind of knew if I wanted it, I had it. I'm like, these are your professional bids that you have?
Oh, man.
Like, the guy who cleans the floors with this property. I was like, there's no fucking way, man. And he was worried about the size of my staff. I'm like, you're not worried about his? It's just him.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, it's weird. So yeah, I have to call Alex this week and get some help.
Hey, tell him.
You wait till you start manhandling that 60-footer.
Tell him T Squeegee sent you.
I will. I'm 100% going to do that.
Squeegee sent. That might count for something. Tell him you're friends with Mark Tanner, too.
That could help. I mean, he is the Ben
I don't know if you know me or not, But I'm friends with T Squeegee and Mark Tanner. And I'd like to buy a destroyer with all of the attachments.
Yeah. Maybe you've seen a drunk guy on a podcast with them once or twice. He can be handsome.
I'm the drunk guy. I'm that guy.
Yeah. I'm not Tim, but I'm the other one.
That's funny.
Thanks, Jersey. Appreciate it, man. Yeah, so it's
cool, man. Good for you, Seth.
I was telling Seth I looked at this 3-story Alzheimer's dementia facility and walking around with the engineer, and there's skylights, so he takes me in through the building, and I'm looking at the skylights, and I'm like, those look like they have screens on them. He goes, well, they're sunshades. You don't have to worry about that. Just these other 3 skylights we want done on the outside. And I'm like, okay. So then he's like, well, the last guy, I don't know how he cleaned this, but we weren't real happy. And he goes, what is your plan? And I go, well, it's 3 stories, I said, and we're going to do it from the ground with the water fed. And he didn't know what that was, but he came out and looked at, my equipment. He's like, oh, okay. And I go, a place like this, Alzheimer's, dementia, elderly people, I said, it's the most efficient, plus it offers privacy. He goes to me. He didn't even know me. He goes, did you look around? And I'm like, yeah. He goes, these fucking people don't even know where they are. What are you worried about? I go, come on.
Wow, man. That's fucked up, dude. Damn, bro.
It's true. Yeah, no, it is. But, he's making a larger point.
These fucking goofs. They won't even know.
Said that, and then I go, okay, let's not become unfiltered just because he said
right,
that.
Yeah.
I just go, you and I are going to get along really well.
It's so nice when you get guys like that. We do a nursing home, and there's a floor that's an Alzheimer's floor, and it's the lunchroom. And every year we do this room on the outside, 7 of them are just by the windows, just clapping for Craig. And Craig one day just was bowed in front of the windows, and all the staff were like, yay! So they can be scary when they lose it, but they're fucking funny as shit to work with.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You gotta, you have a good time with it.
Good for you, man.
Nice.
Thank you very much. Yeah.
I used to have a lot of them. I used to have one called Manor Care, which was 3 buildings, one called Arden Court, which was 4 buildings. And then I'd seen management and stuff changed in a lot of them, and I lost every single one of them.
That's what I'm assuming is going to happen with this over time. But
yeah, management,
you know what I mean?
Never stays. Yeah.
No, it's because you make a connection with somebody who's working there who ends up leaving. Yeah. Good for me on this one. They signed a 3-year contract with me, so that was nice to kind of have that. The other one's just kind of see what happens.
Hey, dude.
Is that to lock the price for 3 years, or are you going to be able to reevaluate after the first year?
I have up to 7% wiggle room on that.
I just got
I made sure. Yeah.
I just got a $3,000 residential window cleaning fucking bid accepted right here. Dead ass. I'm not kidding.
No. Man, it's a weird year, dude. Things are
I legitimately $3,000. I mean, if you guys want to see it, I'll show it to you. But
oh man, I do believe you, but you can also show it.
Unbelievable. And that she only wants the inside done. She's like, can we just do the inside now and do the outside later? Sure.
Yo, $3,000 for the inside? How big is her fucking house?
$1,500 for the inside, $1,500 for the outside.
Oh, okay.
She accepted the bid for both, but she just wants to do the inside right now. She wants to do the outside after they get.
That's the best.
Yeah.
It's cold,
bro.
You know what I mean?
This house, man, is unbelievable.
That's got to be a big ass.
This is wait. This is the house that I was telling you guys about. I don't know if you remember this. I'm me telling you guys about. It's floor to ceiling glass walls, the whole perimeter of the property, and when you drive into the garage, it has pads on it that rotate when you pull the car in, and the pad will rotate the car around so you don't have to back out. It has the big pedestal in the dining room, with the dining room table spins around when you. They don't own the house anymore, but the guy that used to own it owns the estate, or used to own the estate, was the guy that invented the drop ceiling shit, some kind of drop ceiling shit. I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's wow, that's cool. That's another one of those. It's like, I really don't want to do this. I've done it before. Here's this absorbent amount of money. I want to do this. You know what? When can we have you do it? Shit!
Right?
I should have
honestly,
I should have said 4.
There just isn't that many good people left to do the job, man. Like, honestly, like finding a good guy like you who's taking care of it.
I'm thinking that, well, of course, there's the history. I used to maintain the property, so of course, you know what I mean? They're probably going to reach out to me first. I've already got my foot in the door, but it's been several years since they passed away, and the house kind of has been sitting for all these years. Someone bought it, like a conglomerate or some shit, bought it for some reason. I don't know. I'm sure I'll find out more. But this is the first I've cleaned it in probably 3-4 years. So
that's awesome, man.
And she's like, well, the last time you did it, this is 2022. The last time I did it was 2018. So how many years ago was that?
Yeah, that's 4 years ago.
So you were the last person to do it. And I was like, okay, well, that's great. I got to tell you guys, I'm really looking forward to it.
Now, how long does the $3,000 estate home take you to do?
By myself? Yeah, probably take me a couple days to do. It'd probably take me a day to do the inside and a day to do the outside.
So let me ask you this, because I saw this on one of the Facebook pages, just kind of intrigued me, because I'm not a residential guy, but I've seen people going, what is your breakdown in price?
I know.
60% outside, 40% inside. I've always been the opposite, especially if you can water fed it. The inside always takes twice as long as the outside.
I do 50-50 on everything. I don't give a fuck. Yeah, I don't care.
Yeah.
Half is half. I mean, half is half.
Everyone's different.
Yeah, most inside you can walk right up to. You know what I mean? That ain't shit. You know what I mean? It's the outside you got to do all the fucking jungle gym shit. You know what I mean? So that's just me. I mean, I know everyone's different, but
to be honest with you, Mark, and I hear you from a commercial guy's aspect. The outside is more liability than the inside is.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There's more risk of injury. There's more risk of causing damage. When I can
but you could break shit on the inside, but anytime I've ever done,
you gotta be a fucking idiot to be breaking shit on the inside of somebody's house. Just take your fucking time. Just take your time. Yeah. Just take your time.
No, but my
There's ever anything questionable that I'm gonna have to move, I just say something. Like, hey man, do you want to move that or clear this stuff off and then I'll slide that out, old lady? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I'll move this out after you move all your fucking knicky-knacks off of there. You know what I mean?
Take your panties off the sill.
Yeah, take your panties off the sill, old lady.
Yeah. Or like a 3 Seasons room that has like 8,000 plants.
Those aren't my panties. Those are a curtain. Bloomers is what they call them.
The boomers?
The bloomers. BLOOR, bloomers.
Oh, the bloomers. All right.
Bloomers. That's what old ladies wear, bloomers.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, that's what they wear, bloomers.
I like that.
Yeah. I do too. I'm so tired, man. Like, I will say this, after like a few months of just like doing like, commercial work and not having any resis to do, that those first couple residential houses really take it out of you. You know what I mean? And I've had a couple of residentials, this month, but this one, of course, was like my first, like big, cleanup job, my first big inside and out big house on the lake, you know what I mean? And after this one, I'm like, God damn. Like, I told Jennifer, I was like, I think my sauce is getting weak. I think I got some weak sauce going on. My legs are sore. Oh, jeez.
It gets taxing.
I will say this is the first time I've climbed a ladder this year. So, these back-to-back days going up down that 28-foot ladder, like, repeatedly. I mean, because there's no other way to do that.
Yeah.
I'm not leaning out the window and pulling that off. I'm standing on a ladder all fucking day, So.
Yeah.
Sorry about
Did any of them
words,
cooperate,
guys.
or they all came off in little pieces?
Like thirds, like quarters and thirds. So it wasn't too terrible, but it was to the point where I had to be careful. You got to be careful. You can't go nuts on them,
Like
so
it's that strip, like you pull one strip.
And there's like, And then that strip would break in half.
I'll take a razor blade to it
and score it. Yeah, that's what I was doing. Scoring them.
Pull it off piece at a time.
That's what I was doing. I was scoring it. You know, I just took my razor and stood it on its edge and just run down. Yep. Made some really nice scratches in the glass. It looks like tic-tac-toe, dude. You know what I mean? And I'll tell you this, guys. Everybody watching, you know what I used on the inside and the outside? Razor blade. I scraped the shit out of that bitch inside and out.
Dude, a fresh razor blade and some...
Looks amazing. Looks amazing.
Are you back to using that Sorbo guillotine scraper? I put that away, dude. I never touched that.
Listen, Mark, I can't... Yeah, I'm not... Mark had got it in my head. He's like, as soon as I showed it to Mark, Mark's like, dude, you can't use that. You're not using that, are you? Like, Mark had me fucking petrified before I even got it out. You know what I mean? He's like, you can't use that.
Mark sent me pictures and I never ordered it. I was like, nah, I'm good.
Yeah. Mark's like, it's like I bought a gun that's the barrel points to me when you pull the trigger. He's like, don't use that. Don't use it.
Yeah. I put that thing away. I haven't been near it for a long time.
Yeah, dude. I will say this. It is a very nice. It's built nice. It's very nice. Yeah. It's just super sketchy.
See, the thing is, if people don't. For instance, a Triumph scraper or any of the sort. If you look at how much blade is exposed, you know, what is it? An eighth of an inch, maybe an eighth inch.
3/16, somewhere around there.
The most it's going to cut you is to the plastic. That fucking thing will keep going.
Yeah, there's a good chance you're lopping your whole arm off, dude.
You're severing
yes, dude. That is like legitimately.
I saw that thing and I was like, this is for like street fights.
Dude, like on Monty Python. That's just the flesh wound.
This is for window cleaners that are at war. You know what I mean? It's pretty bad. You know what I mean? And then he's got the version that goes this way, though. He's got the version that goes like that, an angle that goes like this, man. That's the one I got. It's super cool.
That's assisted suicide right there.
Yes, it is.
That's what that fucking thing is, dude. Like, no.
You see, they've got Sorbo's released their own flippy floppy now. You seen that, right, Mark? I'm sure
I saw it at the trade show. It's cool. Yeah, it's very. I like it because it's got, you know, the big wide body channel.
Right, of course.
You know, but it looks like it's very well made.
What's the handles like? Is it the regular?
The same. The same handle.
Why don't they? I mean, like, you got to come up with another handle, guy. You got to do something.
Well,
you got to do something better.
I love their channels. Their handles suck.
Yeah.
The strip where they put the colors in. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like they'll put the blue or the red, and it'll say the size of the squeegee.
Yes, sir.
In that
groove.
In that groove, it's got little aluminum spring-loaded things that hold the flippity-doo-dah.
Oh,
and
cool.
I thought that was a brilliant, you know, it looks like it's pretty durable.
I just wish he'd do something about the handles. I'm not saying that the Sorbo handles... The Sorbo handle is a high-rise window cleaner's handle. There's no question about that, in my opinion.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. In your hand, that's a good handle.
One,
if you're on a pole... I don't think it's a great handle for a pole, personally.
I'm not a fan because I don't like Sorbo's pole tips. I think they're fucking bourgeois. They're garbaggio.
That and then there's never an angle where it is either too stiff or too floppy. You know what I mean? Like you can never get it where you want.
Yeah.
And it's kind of a pain in the ass.
I wish they would come out with something that locked and swiveled, and then I would switch. But until they do that.
The second they do that, I'm like, listen, he
like
overbuilds everything.
Like the Unger Ninja handles. I love those handles. The locking handle. You can't beat that. If he would just do something along that lines, I would switch. Because that's all I used to use with Sorbo handles. I think they're more comfortable in the hand than the Unger ones. I just like the fact that the Unger one locks. Because I like to have the head swivel sometimes, and sometimes I don't. You know, when it's on a pole, I want it to swivel, and when it's not in my hand, I don't want it to swivel at all. You know what I mean? What am I? I'm not asking for a lot, guy. You know.
I don't want to take a screwdriver out to. Every time
I don't want to keep. Who wants to do that? You know
and then it gets. He overbuilds everything, which is kind of nice.
That's the
you know what I mean.
About
but
Sorbo, it's going to be built 10 years
outdated.
Yeah, it's gonna. Yeah, but with Sorbo, it's built right. It's gonna last you forever.
Yeah, I'm gonna say one thing that I was very disappointed, and I know Jersey's watching. He can chime in. I asked him right to his face. So when is Sorbo coming out with a carbon fiber pole? And he goes, everybody's got a carbon fiber pole. I go, yeah, they do. I go, what about Sorbo? Dude, I'm not lying to you. You can ask Jersey. You can ask Alex. He pulls out this 40-foot modular aluminum pole and starts screwing it together with like 10, 30-second screws. Like a fence pole. You know how a fence pole, one goes into the next, or PVC, the end has the bell end, and it was like, I go, he's like, it's aluminum. You know? Like,
come on, bro.
Look, I hate to tell you this, dude. Ain't nobody using that. No way. I'm like, he is so far advanced on the squeegees and that other stuff. And he comes out with this. Dude, each section is 10 feet. Right? It's a 40-foot aluminum pole. I'm like, no.
Dude, what does he have, like an arborist pole? Is that like kind of what it's like?
It looks like a pool cleaning. You know, like a pole you would put a pool skimmer on thing?
Yes.
It looked like one of those. And I'm like...
Dude, it's, you know, I don't know.
Yeah, it's like that rigid metal with like all the fucking indentations in it. Yeah, it's almost like an arborist pole. Yeah.
They had like 30 feet of it put together, and he's telling me how rigid it is, and I'm just looking at it going, there's no way it's rigid. It's fucking aluminum. You know? And then...
Aluminum.
Well, yeah, it has this weird adapter. It's like this big around, right? And then it had a weird adapter so you could put a squeegee on it. You know, it looked like a flagpole with a squeegee on it. You know, I don't, dude, you're so far advanced in this, and you're backwards in that.
The only thing I've seen lately that really has my interest peaked is that new Unger pole, man. That new Unger water fed pole.
It's sweet. Yeah, it's sweet. Dude, the clamps are super cool. They wrap all the way around the pole.
Really?
Yeah, I saw it. I didn't even ask how much it cost.
I want one of those so bad.
Dude,
I have to sell one of my trucks to buy it, but I want one so bad, dude.
Well, they had one on the display, and the first thing I noticed was the clamps looked very well made. But like, you know, clamp levers are just usually flat. The clamp levers on those wrap like 3/4 of the way around the pole, and they're real stream, and they recess into the body of the clamp, so they're not going to hit any trees or anything.
Really?
Yeah, they're
I want that motherfucker so bad,
like, this
dude.
is the clamp lever. My finger is the clamp lever, and then when it lays into the body,
so it's into the body of the clamp. You can't. It's like flush. Oh,
there's only a little tab to open it. It's super cool. Yeah,
I want that.
Yeah, I mean, I
want
that one. That too.
I want that one. That's the one I want.
Give me
that. Yo, listen, I'm a janitor. Hook me up with the fucking Unger stuff, dude.
I don't know whoever told anybody, but why do people say that Unger's for janitors? I don't understand that.
Because Unger's main focus, main market, what keeps them going is not.
No, I know that, but like, has anyone used their window cleaning tools? Like they're
I don't know, like, but Unger's badass.
No. What it is? I like Unger's for janitorial is so much bigger than window cleaning.
Listen, Unger's badass. The Unger 0 degrees the shit. That's it. That's all there's to say about it.
Every Unger
just go to TikTok. Go to TikTok right now. 9 out of 10 window cleaners are doing the T-squeegee on the windows. I've started a trend. I'm not getting any love for the trend, but now all the window cleaners, even Mark Tanner's doing the T-squeegee now. Everyone does it. I see a lot of dudes trying it, but they can't close out. You know what I mean? They're having a real hard time. A lot of these dudes are struggling with the close out.
I was doing that. Mercedes dealer has.
But I'm fucking butter. I'm butter on that closeout. Tell me I'm not butter on that closeout. I dare you.
You are, man. I think that closeout takes about 400 to 500 closeouts before you have it.
It does. Because
it really does. I mean, you've just been doing it for years and you're good at it. You know what I mean? Like, and you're real smooth with it.
Close out with the ledge clean. Come on, man.
Nah, man, I watched
Mark Tanner's vagina's getting fucking moist right now, bro.
Listen, I'm sorry.
What?
This has been a good podcast.
What do you mean? I'm not going there. I feel
the challenge. No. Here comes the challenge.
No, it's not coming. It's not coming.
Okay.
We've already sorted that all out. I'm the winner. We already sorted it out.
No. 5 G's.
5 G's.
I don't work for free.
I don't work for free. Hey, man, I don't blame you, brother. You know,
The bucket don't come out of the truck.
You're right. I hear you. I meant no disrespect
no, I was
at all.
saying this Ferrari dealer has the top window the bottom of the top window is about 10 feet, and then it goes up 3 feet. It's like 3 by 4, maybe 3 by 3, 3 by 4. And we were always laddering them. So I go to Mark today. I go, hey, I gave him a 0 degree about 6 months ago. And he's like, I can't do it like that. I go, I used to say the same thing. You just got to do it. Just keep doing it. You'll get distance down. Dude, he was laddering the top, right, with 2.5 pieces of ladder. I'm like, stand back. I could 0 degree and close them out. Flush up to the frame. Nice. He's like, you really can't wipe the snow. I go, ain't nobody's up there, man. Yeah. Because it's way high.
Yeah.
It's high. It's, the bottom of the window.
I mean, if you really wanted to, you could wrap wrap a towel around a handy sleeve and get her good. You know what I mean? You know, if you really wanted to. But yeah,
But I didn't want to.
I'm glad that it works for you, dude. I'm glad that.
I got it.
I'm glad there's a little piece of me in South Florida now.
It took me longer. To I have a restaurant every Tuesday morning that the glass I can't reach the glass because it's like 8 feet, but they're narrow panels, maybe 20 inches wide. But I would 0 degree all the way down to like knee height, and then walk by and finish them with regular speed.
That's the way I do most times.
But I've been practicing
going all the way down. Nice.
Yeah. As long as there's not a chair in the way, I can get it.
You're doing good. Awesome.
Yeah.
I really need. I'm gonna get a hold of Chris sometime this year, and get me a piece of aluminum ladder shipped straight to you, and I want you to make me a halvesies.
Send me one centerpiece. That's all I need.
But I want it to be my base though. Can I have half base? I want a half base.
Yeah,
I can have like an 8 foot. You know what I mean?
Because the base is wider. Just send me the
instead of
base.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I'll put on my bandsaw. Cuts it perfect.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because today I was running into a lot of situations where the ladder wouldn't work, the 2 pieces wouldn't work, so and you can't use just the bottom. You know what I mean? So it's like, fuck. I wish. Well,
see, the nice thing is being an old man like me, I have every option. I have a 5 foot headpiece, a 6 foot headpiece,
nice,
a 7 foot headpiece, and then I've got a half base and a half.
No shit.
Centerpiece. Yeah, so you can go to any height with.
Oh, that's
you have
cool,
to have them all with you.
Yeah, of course,
but, But I like. Mark has a 6 foot headpiece, and I always have the 7 foot headpiece. I just love that tall headpiece. It always seems to work better.
Right.
He's always short, and mine is just where it needs to be.
Right.
But it sticks out of the truck.
How do you carry all that stack with you? Like, do you have like a setup in the truck that like makes it easier to bring around?
Well, on my
that many headpieces. A lot.
Dude, I will say this. On my older Super Duty, I built a ladder rack that would come in and out. Just a square receiver in the truck like a trailer hitch. And then 1 inch square tubing, and it came up like this, and it had 2 fingers, and you had to put the base down first, and then everything on top of it, and then just 2 ratchet straps.
I'm thinking about putting a fucking thinking of I'm sorry about the F word, guys. I know it really bothers you, but I'm thinking about putting a ladder rack on my skid mark for my stacks.
Yeah, you could do that. I thought about that. But I just set to answer your question because I put my skid is on one side, and then there's enough room for 4 pieces of ladder, but they go on an angle.
Do you alternate sides? Do you let it ride here for a certain amount of time and then switch it over to the other side?
I used to, but I changed I got rid of the cigarette lighter plug to charge, and I put a waterproof push to connect because
it's just riding on the one side now. So it's just riding on the same side all the time now?
Yeah.
Because I was worried. I was like, well, maybe I'm wearing out one of my tires more than the other ones. No? Okay.
Not really.
I'm not much of a car guy. You know what I mean? I like the way they look. I like the way they sound. I like to shift through the gears and stuff like that. But I'm not so much working on that kind of guy. So I don't know the physics of cars. You know what I mean?
In a perfect world, it should go in the center. But if I move it to the center, I can't get stack ladders on
or your
side.
Pressure washer slid up next to it if you want or something like that, you know?
Yeah.
But I'm
with me, I have limited space, so I have to pick a side. Yeah. And I was like, no, driver's side. I'll pick that side.
I got a new water-fed unit, so I'm going to take the old water-fed unit that I got, and I'm going to break her down somehow, and I'm going to mount her underneath the toolbox there, and I'm gonna have me the capabilities to rinse some water to put into my skid on the go if ever.
Yeah, but dude, you can if you can mount that 40-inch membrane up next to your.
I've got two though.
You could still. You got enough.
I was thinking about two. Tight. I was thinking about two in the sediment. The carbon filter. Our carbon filter.
You could get away with one if you're doing a fill and go. You know what I mean? Like have it filled at your house and use it as a buffer, almost like how you pressure wash. You know what I mean?
The problem is out in the field without a pump, you're making like 3/4 to 1 gallon a minute, and if it's a 50-gallon tank, that's 50 minutes if you're not using it. If you're using it,
and that's also a gallon a minute though. Like how many windows are you cleaning in a gallon?
Well,
I'm
trying to cover my bases to where like I can, if I wanted to, if I'm like, having to come all the way back to the barn to fucking fill up your tank, you know what I mean? It's a bummer sometimes, and it'd be nice occasionally to be able to, if I got a couple 2 tree houses that I can water fed pull. 50 gallons goes a long ways, but sometimes it don't. Sometimes it don't.
I had to do this the other day because I have a Toyota dealer has those roll-up doors where the cars go in and out in the service shop.
Yeah, it's most Toyota dealerships have the really big doors because they always got giant penises on the top of the hoods.
Yeah. Well, they asked me to clean these doors, and they hadn't been cleaned in 5 years. I've never done them, and they were filthy. So I pull up with a full 50 gallons, and Mark looks at it and he's like, dude, we're going to have to scrub these with soap. He goes, we're never getting away with this with gallons of water. I'm like, You're right. But we couldn't plug in a garden hose. It was too far away. So we just started rinsing it, and he was scrubbing it with a mop, and I was rinsing it down. And I got the first one done on 30 gallons, and I'm like, the second one is just as dirty. The second one was worse because it was a body shop.
Right.
So the inside was full of dust. So I'm like, all right. So we get the second one, scrounging for water. But then I'm like, I had another job to do. So I went against my grain and I just plugged into their water. 20 gallons.
You can't tell me that doesn't fucking like make you. It bothers the shit out of me too. My cousin's always like, well, you can just hook up to the hose. I'm like, I don't want to run the hose straight through my DI only. Oh, God. Because what I've been doing,
the worst
I only had to change my resin on the cart, on the skid one time last year. Because I'm running mine through the reverse osmosis. I'm running mine through the X2 with the DI the whole, and then running it through and polishing it up. You know what I mean?
You know what I do at home, because I don't use my DI tanks anymore. I have the big twin ones, the big heavy ones. I set them on the side of the house. My house is 14, so I put it to 0 and then run it through the filter. So I haven't changed that filter. Yeah, it's doing nothing.
Right.
You know
what I'm saying? Exactly. I've been building.
Still a bummer.
I'll send pictures when it's done. But I have an old 5x8 trailer, so I put a 275 gallon tote on there. Remember, Mark, I was telling you about that. I've been building it for a little while now. To run, I have 2 pumps on it, 2 reels on it, and then like 2 pole holders on it for like the bigger projects that I have. So I can just like.
So as opposed to the one pole holder that you got in your.
You like that one?
Your in your pants like there, yeah. You got 2 pole holders now.
My 3x4 downstock and make it work with what you got, dude. That thing is gangster. It's still on there, dude. It works great. Well, because my van is like obviously short. So putting that 40-foot pole in straight doesn't sit right. So I had to do an angle on it. You know what I mean? Like low in the back, high in the front.
Why don't you get a pipe safe? Why don't you get a pipe safe for your roof?
I thought about that, but also I was cheap, and I was like, "Well, I have this."
Right? True. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
No, that's always driving down the road with it coming up over the arm, the seat.
Yeah, he likes it laying on his shoulder.
Yeah, no, dude, I fit a lot of dumb shit inside that van. Like for a small van, I've had to like think about how I want to lay it out, and no, dude, I love having that. Like I wouldn't get a crew that van. But like a solo operator out of that van,
money.
It works. But you have a second guy, it's too tight, man. It's too small of a van. Like you can't. Like I'll bring my brother sometimes on certain jobs in that thing, and I'm like, I fucking hate this thing. I can't move my arm.
That's why I wanna fucking put a ladder rack on my skid for my stacks.
You could come up on the top and just. because I was going to do that, and I thought about that on mine, and actually Seth's. Just come up with some more 1-inch tubing with sides on it and just stack them on there. Yeah.
Yeah, that's. I mean, man, that'd be nice to have that.
You could just have 2 center tubes. You know what I mean? Like you could have 2 center tubes and just slide them over the top.
I'd really hate to do. That's almost sacrilege. It's almost sacrilegious to put to even do anything to that because that's. That's the very first skid mark right there. That's
serial number 0001.
Yeah, that's serial numero uno right there, dude. I don't want to mess around with that kind of shit. You know what I mean?
The funny thing is, like I said, that was just an experiment. I got pictures of that thing sitting on the floor. I literally put the tank, the reel, the pumps, and then started measuring.
I actually got a picture of that on. I don't know where you sent me a picture. This is what I'm doing next. Yeah. So whatever happened with Lehman's?
It's still sitting in my shop. Still sitting there.
It's still sitting.
That one makes. Believe it or not, with a 80 psi, that thing's almost 2 gallons a minute. It's moving, puring 2 gallons a minute.
Wow.
Why? Does Lehman not want to buy it? What's the deal?
The shipping it is the problem. And then it was going to bring it to IWCA, and he was going to fly down and drive home.
What's up, brother?
Now his brother's in Alabama, so I think his brother's going to come get it or something.
All right. Well, if he doesn't, I'll if you send me the dimensions,
it's beautiful, dude. It's got LED blinking lights on it. It's cigarette lighter.
Seth's trying to buy that shit, dude. Seth's trying to swindle that.
Oh, dude, I'm always trying to swindle a deal, dude. Come on now, that's what you got to do. You have to.
That's the first one that's spray lined. It looks really cool because it's spray lined. It's got diamond plate on it.
Mine is looking rough.
Mine too. Mine has the shittiest powder coat ever.
I don't have diamond plate on mine. I don't have diamond plate on mine. You guys got diamond plate on yours. I do. I got the old school. I got the smooth.
Jason's is more diamond plate. The whole roof and the floor is all diamond plate, and the front of it.
Wow.
Yeah. I have to tell you, Mark,
I still have to.
As soon as I jumped up to 12 gauge wire, I rewired the whole pump. Yeah. The 25 amp switch is fine.
Yeah.
It doesn't even remotely get hot. It's great.
Yeah. No, that's good.
I have to rewire mine. Yeah. Mine has to be. I'm putting the Dell van on this year. I'm gonna need that wiring schematic and how you plumbed it, that you've been telling me you're going to do for me for the last 9 years. But I have the relays. Whatever those, you told me to get those things, what are they, relays or whatever?
Yeah, with the plugs and everything.
Yeah, I bought those. I've got the pump still sitting there. It's still in the box, never opened.
Well, you were going to, correct me if I'm wrong, you were going to tear it down over the winter, but you used it the whole time, right?
Yeah, I've been using it the whole winter.
You told me you were going to take it out, put it in your shop at your cousin's.
Yeah, and I was going to break it down.
Yeah, I got to redo mine.
You're not doing anything when you come up here, are you? I mean, you're not working, are you?
Yeah, I'm coming to work.
What? That's stupid.
Why would he go there?
No, I'm coming to work, but I'm going to try to give at least a day to, come hang out or whatever.
Oh yeah, if all else fails, I'll come see you. So you don't have to drive.
Mark, I'm telling you, you don't need the relay if you go to 12 gauge. I'm promising you that.
No, I believe it.
I considered it, and then I went to 12 gauge. I mean, obviously it's a few bucks more, but at the end of the day,
Well, let me ask you this: what came on the pump though? Because you still have a small wire going into the pump. You can't change.
So it's 10. I believe it's 14 gauge is coming off of the pump. I believe so. The wiring you had on there from the 14 gauge was 16 gauge. Yeah. So I went to 12. I was like, all right, at least if I'm going to have a burnout, it's in this small part.
Yeah.
I'm not going to get cute. I'm going to wire it the way Mark's got his wire because I'm not going to try to be cute like Seth and think I'm smarter than you. You know what I mean?
No, I don't think I'm smarter. I'm just saying.
This summer, when it's super hot and his shit melts down in his van, he's like, I should have listened to you, Mark, and put a relay in there.
No.
My van's on fire right now.
You're still running the SureFlow, right?
Yeah, I still have the same pump.
See, he's running that 60 psi. I went up to 90, and that's when all my problems started.
With the Dell van?
Oh, I haven't had a problem with, to be honest with you. I get
the one you told me to buy, so the pump that you told me to buy, the pressure washing pump, is now a problem?
Yeah. No, you got to put the relay.
Right.
You got to put the relay.
Right.
But see, I put Dude, I literally went to turn mine on. Just the toggle switch, and nobody was home. It was just, it had totally.
Oh yeah, my toggle switch burnt out. Yeah, I remember that. It was like I had the same thing. It just went up and broke, and I was like,
nothing. It fell apart, But
so I went to West Marine. They gave me
TJ's got the good switch. He's got that big 60 amp. That fucking switch is almost $200. That's why I didn't put him on ours. We got cheap.
Makes sense, man. I have a $20 switch now. Yeah,
that switch. Right. TJ has like a Cole Hersey or
serial numero uno skid mark.
Uno.
Numero uno. I got the deal of the century on that. I paid like fucking $400 for that. Seth paid the rest.
I don't know. I got
Mark's like, I don't know. I got my money. That's all that matters.
I got my money's worth on that.
You did. You got hooked up.
TJ put up 400 and you put up a dick pic.
Yeah. And it was a big dick pic too. Big one.
TJ, to tell you the truth, I use that piece of equipment every day.
Do you? Good.
Not the heavy one.
Not the one, but the other one.
Yeah. Not that one, but the other one.
Not that one, but the other one. The lighter one of the two of them. That's good,
gotta say, I don't hate that design. There's some flaws to it, but for the most part, it works really well. You know
I think he thought it out pretty good.
Yeah, it's like I feel like your pole is like the 3.0 version of that pole.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, my pole.
Like where it's
the
like
Squeegee light pole is super dope. Super extra dope, funky 9000. But
it is.
Nobody wants to buy those. It's unfortunate because you're missing out on the best pole in the universe. Man, I'm ready to go to bed, guys. I'm so tired. I'm so tired.
Yeah.
I wonder if
the first couple of days of like residential, man, it's rough. I had 12 over 12s today with storms, and my fucking arms are feeling it today.
Yeah, I'm just whooped, man. Like all 12 people that are remaining out of the 25 that we're watching, we appreciate you that you're still watching. We lose half of our audience all the time.
Why is that? I guess people
because
to do
the fucking and the motherfuckings and stuff like that.
You think?
Yeah.
They're still on that?
Yeah.
We could get 40 plus if we sat here, answered dumbass window cleaning questions.
Yeah.
And honestly, like I could give people information, but I'm like, I don't really feel like our core wants that info. You know what I mean?
All these guys that I'm looking at here know what they're doing.
Yeah. This is more this is the more of a, the we know what we're doing podcast. You know what I mean?
Right.
The other ones are the more informative. This is how you do it podcast. So
this is how you sell stuff to other people. Podcast. Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah, definitely.
Is Jersey and Steve-O still doing Monday nights?
I don't know. I didn't see it this week. I might have missed it.
Do they do every other week or is it every week?
I'm not sure.
I set it up for notifications.
I always end up watching them like.
Yeah, I've got the notifications turned on as well. I'm not sure. I don't think they did it this week. I don't know. Steve-O's probably busy. The kid's got it. The dude's like running a business, has a baby, fucking uploads to YouTube all the time. Fucking WCR sales rep. I mean, how much more? You know what I mean? Come on, dude.
He must not sleep.
Jeez, bro, take it easy. I mean, save some fucking window cleaner for the rest of us. You know what I mean? Fucking A, guy.
Right? Yeah, right, man. You handsome prick.
Yeah.
Dude, yeah. So my dog got his nuts cut off today.
Oh, how you gonna do that? I mean, how you gonna do that?
He had to for part of the adoption. That he needed to be. Well, he's like a very expensive breed, and they didn't want us adopting him if we were gonna breed him. So the neuter was like kind of part of the deal. And I mean, he had 3 years of fucking, but his balls were fucking massive, dude. Like, I was like, all right, Jesus Christ, this is gonna be like a sewn-on pancake when we're done with it. Dude. Like, yeah, he's just fucking laying down, half fucking zonked out. All right,
poor dog.
I felt bad for him.
I would feel bad for him too. God,
yeah,
get some fucking headphones.
Well, I mean, dude, every time he saw a female when I walked him, he was just like, oh my God. Like, it was like
ready to bust it up.
Like, this 80-pound dog that's like, I'm going to fuck that dog. I'm like, all right, man. Chill out, dude.
Hey, this is what I do. Let the leash go. This is what I do.
Yeah. I mean, he's had 3 years of just being a stallion. You know what I mean?
And just banging bitches, man. You know what I mean? He's been in pornos,
Yeah.
Yeah, he might as well be.
Yeah.
Might as well be.
Let's see. Oh, we got 17 thumbs up, 2 thumbs down. Oh my God! You know what? The only person that sees those thumbs downs are you. You're the only one. YouTube don't let us see thumbs downs anymore. So, joke's on you.
I wonder if it's the same assholes every time doing it.
Yeah, it usually is. It usually is.
It seems like a wasted effort. You know what I mean? Like to come on, hate it, and then leave.
Yeah.
Like it's a commitment to being a douchebag.
Yeah.
I almost respect it. You know what I mean?
That's a deep, commitment to fucking, wounded. It's usual suspects though. It's either Eric, which I think one of them every week could, it's probably Eric. I mean, that kid's fucking psychotic. Perry, it could be Perry. Perry's a shoe-in for a cunt. You know what I mean?
It's true.
It could be Joseph Henry Hardy because we shit on that dude on a regular basis. Could be him.
Well, I mean, that's because he sells fucking, I don't know, action figures on eBay or whatever.
Tim, it could be Tim. Tim could be giving us the thumbs down because we kicked him off the podcast.
I don't think he's got hard feelings.
I hope he doesn't. I have hard feelings about that Frank Rave shirt he dropped the day before I was supposedly dropping mine, but now I'm going to wait. You know what? Now I'm going to wait to drop the shirts. Now I'm going to fucking put the other design. I'm getting the other designs done, and I'm going to drop all this shit out at once. I'm not going to say nothing about what I'm doing. It's just going to be done. I'm just
tell him you're making a Tim shirt, and he'll release a Tim shirt before you.
That's fucking great. I'm not exactly sure what that's about. You know what I mean? I'm not, it's not a mystery. But, I mean, all you got to do is really take the same logo and just put some shit around it, and then it's a new thing. So, I'm trying to do things creatively, trying to, do things differently, like at my own pace, and, I got a lot of good shit going on in my life right now, and I just, I try not to focus on stuff like that. I just found that funny is all. Hopefully there's no hard feelings, and that wasn't like a dig at me. I'm just a lowly janitor. So.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I felt like it could have ended, like he...
A little better, I wish.
To leave for his personal reasons.
No, we kicked him off the show. Let's just be honest. We kicked him off. We got rid of him. We gave him the old axe. Actually, it was Mark's doing.
Mark definitely
Mark kicked him off.
No, it was during one of Seth's tirades.
Yeah, it was. It was.
Oh,
it was. Yeah.
That was when Evil Seth showed up.
Evil Seth.
Yeah.
That's
Evil
right.
Seth.
That's right. Evil Seth. I forgot all about Evil Seth.
200 podcasts were very tame, and then Evil showed up 29 episodes ago.
Well,
listen, some people like me, most don't. Happens.
There's not a lot you can do about that, really. You know what I mean? You just roll with it. Some people are going to love you. Some people are going to hate you. I mean, that's pretty much been the motto of this show since the very beginning. You know what I mean? We're not everyone's cup of tea. I get guys on my TikTok. They're like, you should stick to window cleaning, dude. It's like, so you said this 17 times on Instagram, and now you've sought me out on TikTok to tell me here too. Like, get a fucking life, you fucking
Nobody
loser.
making you watch.
Yeah,
go away.
You fucking loser, man. That's why I almost did a video response like, dude, you're a fucking loser. Like, I didn't respond to you on Instagram, so you came to TikTok to say the same thing. Like, get a fucking life, guy. If you want to blow me, say so. You know what I mean? I might entertain it. You know what I mean? Like, fuck.
No, I mean, it's mostly just soft. Like, I thought I was soft. You know what I mean? Like, right. I was like, I'm kind of a gentle human being, and then like you say like one tiny thing, people are like, I'm never watching again. I'm like, you fucking pussy.
Yeah.
I get torn to fucking shreds on here sometimes, and like, you just fucking suck it up and stop being a bitch.
Are you acting like you don't deserve that, Seth?
Yeah.
No, actually, I
Poor you.
do deserve it. Like, I'm not saying I don't. Like, but some people don't like realize the comeuppance is like coming. You know what I mean? Like,
Jersey,
why would you yell?
Your TikToks, now that you've changed directions, your TikToks are really getting pretty good, man. I want to say they're getting a lot of engagement too. It's almost as if somebody told you, hey, man, you should start doing this. You know what I mean?
Jerseys are becoming better.
Did you see that?
And they pop up on my feed all the time. I try to click a like every once in a while.
Yeah, I always throw them a like.
You know, when he does the mustache thing, grading the window cleaning one, I don't give him a thumbs up because I don't. It's not my favorite thing I've ever watched, But like some of the other ones are really good. I just don't like that one. But my man Jersey does a good job.
Yeah, I'm a Jersey fan. You know what I mean? I'm a fan of his. I'm a fan. You know what I mean?
I am too. He's too big to like not be a fan of. Like I'm like he could maybe be up. Maybe I don't know. Think so, but
I don't know. I didn't mean to get on a tangent about that fucking shit, guys. So I apologize about that shit. Just kind of irritating. I put a lot.
We need to get Jersey on. Jersey hasn't been on for a while.
Yeah, it's been like a whole month since Jersey's been on. We need to get back on here.
What was it
like thing where he goes this?
Yeah.
You could pretend there's letters up there.
Yeah. What was it? It was just before the IWCA came on.
Yeah.
Cheers. Do you have a window cleaning question we should answer? Jersey always has the window cleaning.
Somebody, if you guys want the full explanation, the full rundown on that disconnect, man, all you Patreon guys, I'd be willing to give you guys the ultimate Squeegee confessional on that whole situation. I don't think we've really never explained the whole situation.
No,
it's never. I mean, I'm never going to discuss the whole situation live. But for the Patreon guys, I feel like if I owe anybody and if we owe anyone an explanation on everything that has transpired over the last what do you say, Mark? 2 or 3 years? 3 years?
Yeah, 3 years.
I think it would be them. The guys that have been around the longest. That if they'd like an explanation, I'd be willing to give it to them. But that's up to you guys. Let me know.
We can finish up 15 minutes early tonight and do like a 15-minute explanation. You want to do it, or like maybe another time?
We could it'd probably take longer than 15 minutes.
We can make it segment. We can make it a series. We can make it like a 3-part series.
A 3-part series of the fucking goddamn it.
What is this, National fucking Geographic?
Yeah, dude, it is.
Right, it is.
Hey, listen, dude. You want to see my balls?
Yeah, dude, that's National Geographic.
That's going to dress up as an Aborigines and offend the rest of the world.
We'll wrap this one up in 15 minutes, and we'll try to do that way we're out at the same time we're always out as a unit.
Fair enough. Yeah.
Fair enough. Yeah.
As a large unit.
As a large one. As a very big Hogan.
Fucking. Dude, there's this guy on TikTok who does New England fucking like Facebook groups.
Mm-hmm.
He does he makes fun of them and like goes on like people make squirrel wallets like out of squirrel skin. They call them squallets. But there was one where this lady was selling like an old Hulk Hogan thing and she called it Hulk Hogan. Like HOLECOGAN. I have a Hulk Hogan here. He's a fully intact Hulk Hogan. It made me laugh. I'll have to send it to you when I find it.
Every time I hear Hulk Hogan, I see Lisa Lampanelli going, "Do you hear that, Hulk? That's the sound of an 18-year-old's balls bouncing off your ex-wife's chin."
Oh, yeah, that was rough. I remember that.
He got shredded.
She fucking laid him the fuck. What was one of those? Was it Hasselhoff?
Yeah, it's the Hasselhoff roast.
She fucking wore that dude the fuck out, man. I feel bad for that dude.
Dude, she got him really good.
Yeah.
One of the other ones was like, I actually have to give it up to him. I don't like him as a person, but Pete Davidson fucking tore someone a new asshole about
Speaking
talking
of all
about his
this,
dead dad
like,
on 11.
I want to know how the fuck we made it an hour and 20 minutes and have not said one word about Will Smith smacking the dog shit out of Chris Rock. How have we gone this long without talking about that? I'm surprised that has not been brought up, honestly.
I'll tell you honestly, because I really don't give a shit.
Right?
I think it's so.
I don't either.
stupid.
But I think I find it quite ironic that this dude was able to get up on stage, smack a fucking dude, essentially assault the guy, and then get an Oscar right afterwards. You talk about
get a standing ovation.
Yeah, where's that fucking privilege at now?
Right.
Who's got privilege
it shows
now?
You if you're the most famous man in the world, you can do whatever the fuck you want to do.
I don't think it was fake at all, to be quite honest with you.
No, I think
it would have been funny if Chris Rock laid him out on the stage.
Right.
Then I would have cared.
Then I would consider it fake, but I can't get. I just everyone's like, oh, they did it for ratings. Yeah, but nobody was watching that fucking shit anyways.
Yeah.
It didn't blow up. Nobody knew about it until some fucking guy from Japan fucking threw it up on a TikTok. You know what I mean? Nobody fucking knew because nobody was watching. Yeah. So that shit's fucking. Watched. Dude, yeah, who gives a shit about it? I think I think the dude got in his feelings and fucking he slapped the shit. There's no question he slapped. He slapped the fucking shit out of him. You know what I mean?
No, dude, he did. Chris Rock is in Boston this week. Like his first show's tonight. Oh no, tomorrow night. And so tickets before what happened were like $27 for balcony seats. They're $400 right now, and he sold out all 5 shows. So Chris Rock is going to get his money back one way or the other.
It was a
I think Will Smith is the end of a dying media that no one gives a fuck about.
Yeah,
gotta be honest. Like, if you ask my niece who the fuck Leonardo DiCaprio is.
But PR stunt for what though? PR stunt for what though?
No, I don't think it's a PR.
No, I'm talking to Jersey. I'm like, PR stunt for what though? What I mean, I don't what publicity? Yeah.
Live, so they're
not going to get the ratings because no one watched it live. And by the time Oscars comes around next year, everyone's going to have forgotten about this.
Honestly, I think the Oscars the previous year where Russell, whatever his name is, shredded the audience. I like that better anyway.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, he full. Did you see?
Ricky Gervais.
Ricky Gervais fucking asked them dudes out, my guy. Asked them out.
Did you see Tom Hanks' face when they show that?
Yeah.
I mean, if looks could kill, I'm like, you're a liberal asshole too.
Yeah.
Oh no, he's a pedophile, that motherfucker. Yeah, you fled to Greece when you got caught, motherfucker. No, I mean, if you ask both of your sons right now who the most famous people they know is, they're probably YouTubers. It's probably like Jake Paul and those fucking kids, some other like Mr. Beast or whatever. Like, that media is dead to 25 and under.
I mean, I'll give you, watch it super slow mo and see. Look, he leaned into it. I don't think he leaned into it. He leaned away from it.
He reacted.
Yeah, he reacted to it. And Will Smith was borderline fucking crying when he was like, keep my wife's name out your fucking... I mean, he's borderline fucking crying. His lip was quivering and shit.
Well, I mean, he couldn't keep a dick out of his wife's mouth. So, I mean, like...
Yeah, well, how much sense does that make? That he allows someone else to put their radiator hose on his wife, and you can't say anything about a bald-ass propecia-ridden head?
Yeah, I'm not exactly sure.
I mean,
it's alopecia.
Let's be honest.
He said
his
propecia.
Wife's a beard for that fucking guy.
Propecia's that shit for your wiener, Mark.
2022. Come on.
Propecia's for your wiener, Mark. Alopecia is a disease.
Yeah. Well,
Mark's
something like that.
Mark's got propecia on the brain. He's about to go take him some propecia. Get that tuna can standing up an inch.
I love Lehman's conspiracy theory on it. It's like, it's to take away from Hunter.
There was no. That's who we need to get on the podcast is fucking Jason Lehman. We need us a Jason Lehman episode, man. He's fucking he's ripe for all the conspiracies right now, bro.
Where'd you get that? Where'd you get that, boy?
Cut sources.
Yeah, we need to have Jason on, and he needs to get prepared for a full fucking conspiracy podcast, just all out war. You know what I mean?
Wars.
Yeah, we're gonna sell diamond gusset jeans like a motherfucker on that bitch.
Dude, you're gonna sell bib overalls and fucking Sasquatch scat like a motherfucker on that one. I'm in.
You know, the one thing about it is, especially since they're filming live, there would have been more angles of it. You know what I'm saying? Like, there had to be more than one. There had to be multiple angles to really see if he hit him or not. You know, I mean, I don't know. I didn't watch it. I've seen it.
Oh, he definitely hit him. How hard he hit him is the question. You know what I mean? Like
WWE slapped the shit out of each other on WWE.
Yeah.
You know.
I think
listen, they say a lot of shit about a lot of shit, but I can tell you right now, that motherfucking wrestling slaps, that's legit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but you know, here's the thing. my opinion was if he physically went up there and did hit him like most people are saying, he should have been escorted out of the building and fucking arrested.
Right. Like when Kid Rock and what's his name? Tommy Lee got in a fight over Pamela Anderson.
Yeah.
They both got arrested for that shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, keep that same energy.
I mean, I think it's because of how famous Will Smith is that's why nothing was done. It was wild that they let him go up and have like a speech for his award. I was like,
I was a little surprised by that as well.
Yeah, but it shows how left-wing the fact that they gave him a standing ovation. They should have, if nobody said a word, silence, that would have been a big slap in his face. You know what I'm saying?
I agree.
Look, I never watch any of those shows anyway, because if you think about what's going on there, you got overpaid actors giving each other or receiving awards.
Yeah, it's hand jobs.
Yeah,
I can tell you right now, I've never watched not even a single one.
No,
not a single one.
I would say the only time I ever watched was between the time of like 10 to 13, and that's because my mom watched it and we had one TV. So like, if you wanted to watch TV, like, you were watching what mom was watching.
Right.
That was
it.
Of
course. Yeah.
But like as over the age of 18, no, I haven't seen one, and I don't care. It's a hand job that they give to each other, like, because no one else cares. So that's what they do.
They think everybody cares, though. They're arrogant assholes.
That's why I can't wait for that media to die. Like, I cannot wait when no one gives a fuck about them anymore. Because, like, why? You know what I mean? Like, you're an actor. Shut the fuck up. Make a movie. We'll move on with our day.
Right.
Yep.
I love watching window cleaners clean windows with hard hats on. It's my favorite thing to watch.
That might be the gayest thing I've ever heard.
I also like it when window cleaners go like back and forth like 45 times on the very last 2 inches of the window. That's also my favorite. Yeah.
Brutal.
At that point, just suck.
Jersey's all in. Jersey's all in.
Well, here's the thing.
Jersey's all in on the useless fucking Oscar slap conspiracy theory.
Well, but the thing
it's much more plausible he just got fucking mad and slapped the dude in the fucking face. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but here's the thing. I've seen that argument that he says.
That's Seth, that's fucking Jersey's Smith. Like, look, back it to the left. Back it to the left. Laces out.
Stories up.
What were you going to say, Mark?
No, what Jersey says is security was heavy and it should have been stopped, but it was Will Smith. They don't think he's going to do that.
Yeah, never in a million years would anyone sitting there. Yeah, no one sitting there honestly thought this dude was going to do something. They just thought Will Smith was going to get on stage and like give him the old hey, He didn't think he was going to slap the dog shit out of him. You know what I mean? He slapped the fuck out of him. Movie slap. I want a movie slap Jersey the next time I see him.
He was sitting there laughing. Then he realized his bald ass wife wasn't laughing, so he got pissed, right?
I don't know. Just Chris Rock's reaction afterwards. Like, if it was scripted, then I don't think fucking there would have been so much dead silence there, and I don't think. I don't think Chris.
They're actors. They're actors.
No, he almost went in.
Yeah, but but everything acted is always overdone, anyways. So. I feel like there would have been more to that than just him, like, saying, okay, well, I won't say anything else. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Either way,
that shit was real. Yeah. That was mental illness on stage. Like, listen, I can't handle my wife cucking me anymore. I have to do something. You know what I mean?
Will Smith, because he has no perception of reality whatsoever. He thinks he's in the fucking movies all the time. I mean,
maybe.
You know what I mean? All I'm saying is this. Whoever, if this, okay, let's say that's fake. That's really gonna fuck up Will Smith. That's put a bad look on him. This whole thing. He got up on stage and slapped some dude half his fucking size. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I guess, yeah.
That makes Will Smith look really bad. I don't know if you've seen the public the public talk about this, but the public, you know, for the most part, they're like, Will Smith's a bitch for doing that. Why didn't you do that to that dude that banged your old lady? I mean, it's completely fucking backfired on Will Smith as far as fucking, you know, getting any kind of retention on it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And if I used to watch wrestling, you know, and I seen a lot of guys say shit how you know, wrestling's fake and shit, and then you know, I don't know, man. I've seen them wrestlers do some fucking real crazy shit to people on TV. You know what I mean? Like, you know, like smack dog shit out of that. Not the Andy Kaufman shit, but there's been reporters that have fucking made, you know, did reports on. I don't think wrestling's real. And then I think his name's Mad Dog or some shit like that. Slapped the fucking taste out of this dude's mouth. His fucking ear was bleeding him. He slapped so fucking hard. You know what I mean? You know, those red marks on there, that shit's gotta hurt.
Yeah, but they're getting paid a fortune of money to take it. You're a stuntman at that point, you know?
Yeah. What I'm saying is that shit's got to hurt. I mean, I would say these scenarios in wrestling's made up, but like the actual getting the shit kicked out of you, I don't know how you could like fake a lot of that. You know what I mean?
A lot of it.
The punches are fake, but the slaps and the jumping off of shit, man, that's I don't know, man. That's, you know, oof. I don't know, man. But yeah, you know what? We're gonna call it. Yeah, he canceled himself. You're right, John. So I mean, if it's a publicity stunt, he fucked himself. Like whoever said, "Hey, man, you should do this," was a fucking idiot because it's done nothing but fucked him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But we're gonna call it a little bit earlier tonight. Again, guys, we're tired as fuck. Like today's been a long day for all three of us. So we're gonna call this a little bit earlier. We're going to record a little something just for the Patreon guys. And we'll be back next week. I'm going to try to get like Jason or somebody to come on the podcast or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Try to get us a guy to come on here and talk to us. You know what I mean?
I'd like to find a couple of guests that we all vote on, the three of us, interesting, and have them on regularly, but maybe once a month. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I'm cool with that. We'll discuss that.
And yeah.
Well,
cool.
Again, guys, we really appreciate all our sponsors, windowcleaner.com, Zero Poles, Maker Products, Black Diamond Squeegee Rubber, American Window Cleaner Magazine. Go subscribe to American Window Cleaner Magazine, man. It's dope. My very first article is going to be in that homo there soon. You know, you'll like it. Start Smart Box over there, Jan Sacco. Over there, Strauss. Yeah, he's coming out with some new stuff now. Everybody keeps chalking his style, so he's just making it better and better every time. But,
dude, let me say one more thing before we go, because you brought it up, and I don't think I've said anything. At that pressure washing show, John Sacco was a god when he pulled that AR-15 out, the gun, you know, the gun, pressure washing gun. Dude, there were guys lined up to hold on to that thing.
I'm sure.
Yeah,
bunch of fucking
it was badass.
But yeah, man, you guys are all awesome. Of course, our Patreon members. Yeah, man, the shirts will be up. I'm actually probably most likely going to hold off until next week. I'm just going to release all the shirts at fucking once. Fuck it. I was going to try to do something cool, you know what I mean? You know, but you know, whatever. We'll see you guys next week.